life behind the reels. I'm literally living that life right now. So what's life like living in Las Vegas and auditioning? I think we all know what life can be like in Las Vegas, let alone having this sort of a passion and actively being involved in Hollywood 2.0. As much as I don't like to admit it, but Las Vegas is becoming a mini California. I'm one of the California transplants here. I came here 2.5 years ago. One of the things that drew me here is versus LA is the opportunities. A lot of production companies are moving from Southern Cal to Nevada, which makes this a prime location when it comes to opportunities that are blossoming. A lot of construction. If you look at Formula One, that just we signed a 10-year contract, I believe. So before you know it, this is going to be my third year running into the Formula One event. But Mark Wahlberg, right? His studio is being built out here. Warner Brothers and Sony are in some contractual agreement that's been ongoing, right? University of Las Vegas, Nevada, with them. And here I am from California, right? I was an R&B artist, and I try my best to mention these facts in my videos. I realize I'm not doing enough of it, but life behind the reels essentially stemmed from the fact that I spend so much of my time preparing for my shoots, no longer doing music videos. In fact, that's how I started this whole journey behind the camera. And here I am, which led me to, because of my passion, it wasn't so much the singing, but it was more along the line. I'm not an opera Oscar nominee singer. I'm a performing artist. I would say that. So you give me a song and a beat, or just a beat and some melody behind it, I can write my own songs. I'm a songwriter. I'm a better songwriter than I'm a singer. I have a dance background as well, and I have a strong liking towards action scenes, martial arts, and I incorporate that in all of my music videos. Most of it, I try to make it as dramatic, theatrical as I can. You gotta also realize that my influence is Bollywood culture, very rich in entertainment, and this is the childhood background, my backstory, in that sense that my father really exposed me to at the very early age. I'm gonna turn this around. Right there, far away, is the Las Vegas Strip. I know it's hard to see, but I can see everything from here. And that's just right there. That's a flex for me. I couldn't do in California, which I can do here. So life in Vegas is slower. It just depends on how you want to live the life. Live your personal life. What drives you? What's important to you? What are your daily habits like? And I realize as I'm getting older and almost approaching the 50 mark, not a whole lot has changed in terms of how I approach my life, even though I'm here at the Strip, which I will be going to this week at some point, over the weekend or tomorrow. And although you live here, locals had it right. You don't typically make it out downtown to the Strip as much. In fact, there's a lot of local stuff here that mimic the Strip, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I need to get enough sleep. That's the problem with me, is trying to have a regular sleep routine. I've been doing a lot of the YouTube videos these last few weeks. I've really amped up the production and the content. And what you're seeing in the B-rolls is actually all the audition clips and my at bats, the looks that I've had at commercials, at being a background extra, being now part of 2 movies with speaking lines, and I got cast in 2 separate movies. Nothing crazy. No, I don't have the main role, lead role. I have sort of a supporting role. I can pull off different looks, multiple roles. My range is very versatile, not just stuck to just action movies or action style. I actually can portray very romantic scenes, love interest, right? And I and I'm talking about traditional, like man, woman, like no funny business. So all this modern day stuff, this is not my cup of tea. If you Generation X, you know what's up. I don't jive with the modern day stuff. This is just me. Now, nothing against that, but if I have to cast an act opposing someone who's in that scene, that's fine with me. I'm okay. But as long as you don't project it and make me wear that hat, I'm fine. You do you, and I do me. Whatever floats your boat, man. Just don't project that on me is all I ask. Which I found this is happening here in Vegas, and I try to stay as far away as I can from all that stuff. It's just not my cup of tea, and it is what it is. So I have gotten more looks here than ever before. I used to dream about auditions. I used to dream about auditions. Exactly what I'm doing right now. I didn't even land a single damn audition in California, and I'm talking about Northern California. Like, I'm talking about I didn't even know where to apply. There were a lot of the gigs were in Southern Cal. Of course, that makes sense. Hollywood, right? Los Angeles, the stars, right? City of Angels. So I was in the wrong city, Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, specifically towards San Jose, and then I lived in Oakland, Alameda for a little bit. But here I am, where I need to be. So I have an upcoming commercial for a football NFL. I can't tell you what it is, but next week I'm actually going in to, I'm actually already signed the contract as of yesterday. So it's about 25 an hour for 10 hours. It's not bad. It's an easy $250 that you make, and this got sent to me by my casting talent, my agency, and I'm signed to an agency here. So that's the advantage of having someone represent you. Now, it doesn't mean that you will land every single role, but do you know how happy I am just landing auditions? Just the fact I can say that and I can post it, enjoy it, be part of the process, not just post it. I'm posting it because there's so much joy. This is what people wanted to see in Cali. Right? This is what people were expecting. And I'm not living up to what they think, and I don't care what they think, but it's nice to kind of show that, okay, I did something with all of that portfolio, with all of that music video stuff that I was doing as an R&B pop artist, and I took it somewhere, right? And I don't know where this is going to go, but the thing is, I never stopped trying. I kept going. I'm the only one from my boy band group that's gotten this far. It's pushed the barriers from being just a dancer, or from just a good-looking face, or just a model who never spoke, to now speaking, doing my YouTube videos. A lot of this maturity obviously comes over time, right? Some people don't even get there. I mean, 49 is a big number, but is it really a big number? Look at me, I'm doing this every single day. Look, there's no one here. No one. Of course, it's like 10, 20 in the morning. Right now, I'm currently self-employed. And no, I'm not making the kind of money you think I'm making, but I believe in my spirit and whatever's guiding me. I believe there's a saying that I made up, and I think it's probably coming from some quote as well, is that your self-belief has to be 100 times bigger than the sum of all your greatest fears, if that makes sense. And I have a driving inner voice belief. And yes, I feel depressed. I feel all those things. But, success doesn't care about your feelings. And the next steps doesn't care about your feelings. Because at any given moment, this all clicks and you are skyrocketed. And you can go from zero to hero overnight. And I'm not talking about this entertainment acting world. I have a few other things that I'm doing. Of course, this YouTube channel. There's 2 faceless channels that I'm doing too. One of them you already know what it is. This AMG C63S, and I haven't really done anything much on that. But that's the gateway. That's the page for the car. And we'll see how that goes. And I say faceless for that, but it's not really, because I do show my face there. But mostly the car. That's where you're going to see this. A lot of people have asked me about my AMD C63S, and I will do a story on that page. You may have seen a couple of driving videos on this channel, and people have noted that that's a beautiful car. I agree, that's my dream car. I don't need a whole lot more than that. I'm not buying another one, anytime soon. I'm not in the corporate world anymore, so that fancy salary is no more. I did land my tech job, and they rescinded my offer, which sucks. So I didn't really post a video about that. But that's the life that's the economy we live in right now, right? It's horrible times. But I've set myself up. I'm still good. I'm actively interviewing as well at other tech companies and banking positions too. And I realize that the end road for me, the end game, isn't necessarily going to be a straight road. So yes, I did quit my tech job last year due to toxic culture, but it was pretty bad for me to leave. But and I had this vision that by now today I would have made it somewhere far, but that's not how it works. You're going to hit a few bumps in the road. It's never a perfect. Oh, okay, I got there. No, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like this. So if I do get something meaningful in terms of do I want to do that job and the money, if everything just kind of aligns, I can buy a little bit of time and continue doing this, investing in my other faceless channel, and making content like this, trying to get this channel up and running along with the acting gigs. And we'll see what happens. I just joined a big, notorious YouTube channel, content creating company, Think Media. I don't know if you know them. Pretty famous, Sean Cannell. He's the main guy. And Omar, I think a lot of you folks know him as well. So I pulled the trigger and then invested some money to join. Just $5,000 to join the VRA program. If you know, you know. And so I'm in that program, and I got my first welcome call in about 10 days. And I'm going to have some strategy around them guiding me on setting up this channel a little bit better, a little bit more structure. And I, I need to still hone in on my target audience and figure out who would like to work with me and who doesn't want to work with me, and how annoying I am versus I'm not annoying. But one thing that I'm creating an offer, right? That would be the main thing, like a funnel or whatnot. But I'm not even there. I'm the joy for me right now is this, and everything else will come. Everything else will fall in place. That's how I look at it. So, folks, this is what life is like living in Vegas, and a lot of things. I mean, I don't miss the beach. I was never really much of a beach guy, so I think I live near the beaches in California, and I never really spent a whole lot of time, really, to be honest. I was just not that dude. So I'm more of a city guy, and I'm here. And of course, the contrast is I'm in a desert. So, but it's not quite the desert though. It's got a quiet sense, a quiet vibration, a lot more peaceful. It can get very lonely though, if you are not networked, if you don't have purpose, if you're not involved in things that you love to do, obviously make money, right? So I feel like the tide is shifting for me. There are things happening that I can see the universe is sort of pulling me into, and I'm exposed to a lot more producers and directors and production crews here than ever before. And actually, I've been earmarked for a theater play at the Southern University of Nevada. So I'm in discussions with them there. So you see how this has all transpired. I think for me, I'm sharing all of this with you is because this really is my life, not the final product, not the final movie or the clip or the commercial, although very fun and you get paid for it, right? You pick up a couple of those gigs, it can pay your rent, right? So I'm very excited. And for me, to be in this position, I still think it's a blessing, because if you have your health, right, you can control everything else. Like, you got you. I'm good, right? And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And it's not like the game is, life is not over. Like yeah, there are days I feel very stressed out and sort of that anxiety and the panic, but it's because I'm pushing towards something I don't know. But that next door could open me, it could open up doors for infinite success. And I'm going towards it. And we'll see how this journey unfolds. Okay? So, life in Las Vegas, Nevada, audition life. I'm doing the damn thing. Next video, I'll catch you there. Mamba out.